It's the holiday season, and Christmas is coming fast. It's a time when we look forward to focusing on what really matters: generosity with our family, friends, and strangers. Christians look forward to those things as much as anyone, but we expect, anticipate something more. Much, much more. Since ancient times, Christians have celebrated the month before Christmas as the season of Advent. It's called Advent from the Latin word adventus, which means coming or arriving. But that raises the question, what exactly is coming or has arrived? Well, obviously the birth of the baby Jesus. But is that all that arrived? Is that the only reason for the season? And are we waiting for anything else? What might be coming next? As soon as Adam and Eve ate the fruit and fell from grace, God began dropping hints and clues, foreshadowing and promising that someday He would return to make things right again. And over the centuries, God sent the Old Testament prophets with glimpses of what was coming. In time, those promises were kept. God Himself arrived in the baby Jesus, born in a manger in Bethlehem. That's Christmas. But the prophets foretold more, much, much more than just the baby Jesus. They foretold suffering and sacrifice, and those promises were kept. They also promised a new kind of life and a new type of human community, made up of people of every race, language, and nation. And those promises were kept when Jesus rose again from the dead on Easter Sunday and on the Feast of Pentecost. But the prophets foresaw more, much, much more. They saw justice and peace coming in a new kind of world. But not all of that has come. Why? Well, the prophet's vision was foreshortened, in the way that mountains can appear to be stacked up next to each other when seen from a distance. But when you arrive to them, you realize that there are still gaps and valleys between the peaks. The prophets saw that redemption and restoration, justice and peace were coming, but they couldn't see that it would arrive in two waves, two arrivals, two advents. The first advent was the incarnation and the nativity, 2,000 years ago, that we celebrate on Christmas. But that was a foundation, a down payment, a foretaste for the second and final advent. Because He did not remain the baby Jesus. He grew to become the man Jesus. And when He returns, it will be as a king and a judge and the one who will remake the world. Right now, we live in the in-between time when some of what the prophets foresaw has already come true, but not yet all of it. This is the age of the church, and we Christians have a mission in this age to prepare and to help others to be prepared for the return of the King. So, as we celebrate this holiday season, let's rejoice at the first Advent and hold our breath, because the best is yet to come.